Howdy folks, welcome back to SnowRunner. We're on the Meteor Map and we're in the garage with a brand new mod. Just wanted to point this out before I go use it. Just downloaded this. It's a Max Mic M181 version of the YAR 87. It's called a Scarab. Just open the customization menu. You've got a turbo engine, which gives you a power to weight ratio. You've got a choice of SnowRunner or crawler box, active stock or raised. You can run the active suspension and still maintain the largest tire size. A lot of times the active suspension will limit your tire size, but you can still run the 49-inch tires by Quasi. Autonomous Scout Plus. I did not put a spare wheel on it because I thought that would limit my options to put the maintainer on it, and now that I go back and look, I see that it does. Tall front facing snorkel. Oh, excuse me. It's 5:10 in the morning here, and I was laying over there waiting for this thing to finish downloading so I could come play or record. You can do roof rack or maintainer. I did maintainer. It has more repair parts, spare wheels, and fuel than the roof rack. Let's get it. There's the other, customary things you can put on it. As far as paint and body and whatnot, but let's get it outside. I've got a Hummer H2 from the fancy SUV job that I drug from the river way up here where it says fancy. Drug it all the way down here. But wanted to wait until I was recording to actually deliver it. Meteor Map did an upload or an update since I used it last, and a lot of the vehicles that I had out here are not out here anymore, but all that stuff up there is still here. At any rate, I just spawned this new mod to do that, and then I'm going to take the Tega over here and I'm going to bring it up and do part of Rolling Rocks. Then I'm going to come over here to the sawmill and grab the metal and finish Rolling Rocks. And then I gotta get 4 lumber for Overlord to fix the bridge. Then I'm gonna grab this special cargo, put it with that special cargo, and drag it up here to Quid Pro Quo 2. So I've got a lot on my plate today. Let's get going. Already wasted almost 5 minutes. Need a controller on. And brake and all-wheel drive. there's where we deliver. I've never driven this thing before, so I don't know what the steering sensitivity is going to be like or anything, or the acceleration. It's the first time I've started the engine on it. Didn't even take it out and test it before recording. Just noticed that the vehicle that I was pulling this with, I think it was a Kodiak, is not here anymore. But the Kodiak is currently doing an update. So I won't have the Kodiak back until the update finishes. This seems to drive all right so far. I am going back to bed as soon as I record this, or as soon as I get it uploading to YouTube. Everything I uploaded yesterday is done. Uploaded 3 separate videos yesterday. 2 on Meteor and another one on Canada. And then had nothing to put up this morning until I finished this one. Alright. Fancy is done. So we'll shut this thing off right here. We will switch to the Tega down here. Now when you see the paint job on this, it's not a Tega SE. This is the Tega that the game gave me. I just simply went to the garage and did a few little changes, including the paint job. Still not a Tega SE, but I have to get it up out of here. So I gotta do an about face and follow this road up. I forget what job I was. Oh, rolling rocks. Rolling rocks. Start tracking on rolling rocks. The sound of a Geiger counter is picking up radiation because this is where the meteor landed. The big meteor is in the bottom of that lake. Look at the big trailer we gotta haul out of here at some point. If I could go straight up that hillside, it would save me some distance. I don't particularly care for the looks of that. But I tried coming down that hillside. I didn't have a whole lot of luck with it. I can't even see the top of the hill. Oh, there I caught it for a second. I'll take the road. This thing doesn't tip over before I even get to the road. Like I said, this is not modified in any way other than the light bar, paint job. Otherwise, it's the way that the game gave it. Oh. No. No. Okay. Well, I tried. Something new, you have to go inside to see it. Oh wait, I have to switch to that other truck. I have to switch to the new truck. The reason I'm creating a new truck instead of continuing to try to use this one, there's no crane on this one. I don't believe you can put a crane on it. And for some reason, the Tega tires just aren't working out on this map. Inclinometer. Okay. The game is gonna crash. We're back after the crash, and I went ahead and took that opportunity to dress out the Azov 5319 for this terrain. I originally tried to put some single tires on it, and it tipped over right away. So I went with the dualies to get more stability. I spawned that little fuel trailer you see behind the Azov just to show it to you. That's another new mod. It has 1,200 liters of fuel, some bigger, fatter tires, and a higher suspension to make it easier to haul over rough terrain. And now that I've showed it to you, I will get rid of it. P trailer, medium fuel. Gone. Now let's load this wood back up. I have the suspension mode on high. It better still allow us to use this wood. It's on a different truck after falling out, so who knows? Perfect start to a full schedule. Drag that to the front. Now what the hell is it? Glitching out? What's stuck on the crane? We have to go find the other one. It stayed up on top of the hill, I believe. Not even sure where it is. We have to go that way and then up the hill again. And these rocks are a royal bitch. They roll on your tires. I wouldn't mind if this thing had wheelies on both ends. I thought about using really fat jumbo tires, but I haven't been having a lot of luck with them lately. On this map. I don't know. Come on. Dang. Mm. Got another bridge coming. Can we just go straight up out of here before we get to the bridge? Ah, doesn't look very promising. Here's where we need to be. Looks like we don't need to go across the bridge. Just climb right up out right here. Okay. Man. What a struggle. Even for this thing. Now I gotta see where I'm going. Don't believe I need to go in there. I think I need to stay on this road. Yeah. Well, sort of yes, sort of no, but object is to get over here. So I could follow this one down to here, but then I gotta start going cross country. Somehow. Maybe circle around one way or the other. I missed the curve in the road. Let's try and get the camera a little better. Well, this is one of those roads that follows the... Oh, maybe not. It's coming up out of it. There are some roads that follow some pretty rocky ravines. That destroyed my suspension. More radiation here? And a new truck discovered. We broke the cargo loose, but didn't lose it. Said we had to get around that shit somehow. Just didn't expect that drop off so steep. But it was the most route. Straight up that way instead of okay, we found a road. Must be the road that goes to where we dump off this lumber. About 60 meters. Hey, look at this. Outstanding. Stage completed. Escape. Now we gotta go down to here. That. There's one unit of metal on that flatbed trailer. I may just transfer it to my truck We'll see. Stop wiggling around. Down here and in. That's a steep hill. This is probably going to be a steep hill. But I think something like that. I see a muddy track through here. But I think I'll just try the straight shot for it. Hopefully there won't be any obstruction here that I can't climb over the top of. Otherwise I'll have to go all the way around and come in this way. Oh, you know something I discovered that patch 10.0 is clipping through those cement slabs on a manhole. You know, you could use those cement slabs and they're to cross. Oh boy! You could use those cement slabs to cross, to make little bridges out of them across the water. And there were extra slabs that you could pick up and move around to widen the bridge and stuff. But if you tried to go across it with a modded vehicle, or I don't know, I think the vanilla vehicles would work forward. If you try to go across with a modded vehicle, it would the slabs would like super glue themselves to the tires. Well, 10.0 fixes that, apparently. Good to know now that I've completed a manual weeks ago. That is a 4-axle trailer. Maybe I'll leave it there. I am going to need to pick up 4 units of lumber from here. Means I'll need a trailer. But I'll probably switch it for an off-road. I'm gonna have to go right back to where I was, and that was a dang steep hill. I think this time I'll try to shoot straight over here to this without going up that really steep part. Maybe this won't be so steep over here, and then I can angle down and over. It only took a couple minutes to get here. I don't cheers trying to go back up that steep hill. Oh, and I destroyed my suspension getting in here. Oh, something else 10.0 also does. That road goes the wrong way. That hill isn't so bad, and it would get us up on top of the ridge. Of course, that hill up there don't look so bad either. Forward. My controller's wearing out. I have to remember this is not an off-road 4-axle dolly. So it's not going to take as much. It's the vanilla 4-axle dolly. It's not going to take as much rough handling without dumping the load as an off-road would. An off-road modern. But then he keeps spitting out those rocks. They roll on the tires. Instead of letting you climb, they just keep rolling. And then it didn't expect to run into a forest up here. There's the path I want. That's a big hole in the ground. Drop off. Stay upright. Ooh, it unpacked, but it stayed on its wheels. I can just repack it. Oof. That was a close one. Had a couple narrow misses. First with the lumber and then with the steel. I know they call it metal in the game, but I think that just sounds stupid to call it metal. Yes, technically it's metal, but it's steel. Alright. Cargo management. Unload. Letting me unload. There we go. Task completed. No more obstruction. Now I need 4 units of lumber for overlord. So that means straight back to the sawmill. It pre-selected it for me because it's the next one in the list. So straight back to the sawmill. God, how do we do this so that it's not such a bitch? I think stay on the road. Come on, you. I'm jiggling the mouse. I'm moving the mouse at the same time I'm trying to make a spot on the map. Well, it's a lot more distance. But hopefully it won't take as long because we're not bouncing all over hell. Before we leave, I want to quickly go into the tools menu and the garage. And get rid of there. No need. To haul that back. I will need the trailer again, but when I get there, I will spawn an off-road version of that 4-axle dolly. There's where I could branch off, turn to the right, and go cross country. But as we've seen, that's pretty rough and rocky across there. I think I've already gotten that task. Even being the longer way, this shouldn't take very long because I'm moving faster. Well, trying to move faster. But anytime there's a telephone pole or a tree or anything for this fucking thing to run into, it swerves for it. I'm gonna follow the road out here. Easier than trying to stay in those muddy ruts and run along the telephone poles. If you're on the road, it will dive for the telephone poles. You see, when I was running across that open field, on the other side of the poles, it ran straight as an arrow. other way around. Gotta figure out where I load the lumber. Is it right here in front of me? Cargo management. In the truck. Hang on a sec. Which way am I leaving out of here? I'm leaving out of here going the other direction. Trying to think ahead. Forward. Okay. Now I'm in a spot where I can spawn an off-road service trailer or an off-road trailer flatbed. Two. That gets me an off-road version of one of those. Now I can pull up and get my lumber. All 4 units. One, 2 on the truck. 1, 2 on the trailer. There we go. Close the tools menu. It's for repair and refuel, and close the tools menu. There we go. I'm gonna run back out to the north. And right past where we just came by. Fix the bridge. Don't know why that maintainer trailer is there yet. I'd be doing better if I just stuck it in low plus and it wouldn't keep trying to shift. It goes to second and then back to first, second, back to first. And it has to pause every time it does that. It's doing better to just leave it in low plus. Here we go. I think I want a daytime for this, because there's probably going to be a cutscene. Although the truck looks cool at night with the lights on. Unload. Cool. Very good. Now you can cross the ditch again without any detours. Alright, well now it automatically switched to campfire for consumables. But we're sitting right next to one of these special cargoes that we have to pick up. And the other one is over here at the garage. And then they go up there. Quid pro quo 2. I did the first part already. Number 1. And this gives us access to location. That's interesting. Where are we at? We're right there. And that container is down there. Look, the broken bridge is next to it. It looks like the thing to do hang on a sec before I do something wrong. Yeah, we'll use this road we opened up to get back to the garage. So if I just whip a U-E, so the flatbed behind me is pointing the right way out. Then I can drop it and go down in that ditch to get the container on my truck. That's gonna be hard with a rear crane. I'm gonna have to get the boom way up and then drop the container down and then try to swing it in. Shorten it up. Lift it a little more. There, we're getting closer. Not spun the wrong way. You can see it's going to be hitting the boom. I don't know if I can raise the boom higher. That just made it extend. But I go all the way around the other way. Well, that sort of worked. Is that close enough to back? Yay! Because that was about all I could do with it. With that rear crane setup. You really need a large crane to load these containers. But I got what I got. Little wrong angle. Come on. This little stick has been... I mean, I used to play Skylanders. Me and my boy would play Skylanders with these Xbox 360 controllers. And mostly you just held it straight forward all the time, but then occasionally, you know, you'd have to turn right or left once in a while, but mostly, you know, you just plowed straight forward. And there, you know, years later, that little stick is getting to the point where anything off of straightforward wants to make it go in reverse. Don't do that. All this shit takes extra time. I mean, it doesn't take much time when it's working right. When it does stuff you don't want it to, that's a different story. Oops, this way. See, right there it went. It was getting close to being directly to the right. so it starts going in reverse. I bet between the two of us we probably have a couple thousand hours of Skylanders on this controller. Well, there's two controllers, but the other one is too wore out to really use anymore. When you push the stick forward to make your character move forward, and then you let off because you want it to stop, it doesn't stop. Or if you're driving a vehicle, I've played World of Tanks with it. Oh god, I must have 1,000 hours in the World of Tanks. And then World of Warships? Oh. I have 5 years into World of Tanks and four or 5 years into World of Warships with the same controller that I'm using right now. And then all the years and years of playing Skylanders as they release new games. I couldn't even estimate the play hours that this controller has on it. $10, $11 years worth of playing. Shit, I don't know. Anywhere from 6 to 12 hours a day. Get out a calculator. See what that adds up to. You could average it 10 hours a day. For 12 years. So I can understand it getting a little worn out. Like I said, the other one doesn't work at all anymore. Well, it does work. You can play it. But when you want your character or your vehicle to stop moving forward, you have to, rather than just letting the stick go to center, you have to reverse it. And then it'll stop moving forward. And the buttons are sticky, and I couldn't tell you how many times I've taken a slightly damp rag and wiped over the buttons to get the spilled soda pop or juice or whatever from making the button sticky. If you dribble a tiny bit of water in there off of the rag as you wipe it, a little bit of the water will seep in around the button. You don't want much because you don't want to destroy the controller, but just enough that... Ooh, it missed. Good. Just enough that it dilutes the sticky shit. I know, I'm just pulling my way through. Come on. There we go. Stop. Crane right next to the container. I'm gonna have to look from this side. Otherwise the camera takes over. All the rubber. This one still has a little bit of rubber left on the main stick, the one you use for like WASD. What am I doing? Extend, hook on. The other one doesn't have any rubber left on that button. Wore the rubber off under my thumb. Boy, it doesn't want to rotate at all, and it's got to be high enough to go over those damn things. It's the only thing I don't like about that. If those were like half the height, that would be awesome. Whoops. Meant to try and rotate it. Drop it a little more. Now it's on the try going the other way around. I tried to extend it and it just... Whoop, 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 whoop. Not that much. There we go. Now try to extend it. I think that's close enough. It'll pack. I don't think I can do anything else. I don't think I got any more reach. Yeah. There we go. Well, that's my hour, but I haven't delivered it yet. Where does it go? Without the truck rolling in the beginning, I'm actually, like, with that 15 minutes in this hour, I'm actually already like an hour 15 when I put the two parts together. So I think I'll deliver this quid pro quo 2 in the next one. You know what? It's only gonna take me 5 frickin' minutes to get up there. I just have to come around to the left, get back on the main road, go across the bridge. I have to turn left there. Otherwise it's just right up the main road. Let's get on it. Oh boy, I gotta try and get out that gate. Not at the right angle for that. Meteor though. Now what? Keep going to the left. And out this gate. And there goes 2/3 of my frontal suspension. Okay. On the right path, now let's haul ass. So it's gonna be more than 5 minutes. I'll make it work. I've looked on Amazon and eBay and shit for an original Microsoft Xbox 360 controller, and they either don't exist or they're really, if you find one, it's really expensive. right here is where I want to turn north, or stay to the north. I saw this little road going off to the right, and I saw the arrow start pointing to the right. Lucky I caught it right away. And this is where we go through the swamp to get into the place. It didn't take long at all to get up here. It took longer to get out of the damn garage area. I'm in a hurry. I'm not above using the winch right now to help me get across this a little quicker. Although I think it's doing pretty good on its own. Those trees it's attaching to on the right side don't do a damn thing for me. Back to low plus so it's not shifting all the time. It'll just maintain a steady speed without shifting constantly. Hey, there's a Chevy. Well, that's my Chevy. That's where I fixed the van. I completed a job by fixing that van. Come on, a little more. There we go. All right. Picture cargo management. Unload. Task completed. 0 money, but the game gives you unlimited money. So that is a wrap. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.